Hello, Rotary family of zones 28 and 32. Happy February to all of you. Rotary Peace Building and Conflict Prevention Month is celebrated in Rotary in February. And our Rotary Foundation supports initiatives that aim to transform conflict in communities all around the world by improving dialogue and community relations, by creating environments and initiating service projects where peace can be built and maintained. And we also fund scholarships through our amazing Peace Centers program. It's very exciting that this year our Rotary International President, Stephanie Yurchik, is hosting a Presidential Peace Conference in Istanbul, Turkey from February 20th to the 22nd, focusing on healing in a divided world. It will be an amazing opportunity for our Rotary family, community, and our partners to come together and build on Rotary's contributions to promoting peace. As I mentioned, one of our wonderful initiatives is our Rotary Peace Centers program. And I'm very excited to have joining me here today Sarah Sanderson Doyle, who is a Peace Fellow. She is from Holland, Michigan, and she had the opportunity to study at our Peace Center in Tokyo, Japan from 2015 to 2017 for our 2-year master's degree program. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to connect again and talk with you about the program. That's been really life-changing for me.
Great. Well, I really appreciate you making the time. And I just have a few questions that I thought I could pose to you so you can give all of our members a little bit more opportunity to learn about your experience. Could
Sure.
you tell us a little bit about your experience at the International Christian University in Tokyo?
Absolutely. Well, it was a dream, an incredible privilege and opportunity to be able to be part of this program. And my husband and I spent 2 years in Tokyo at the International Christian University. We lived on campus, and before the program even started, it was a master's in public policy program. We had about a month of intensive Japanese language training, which was a delight to be able to learn a little bit about the language and culture before really delving into academic studies. And another part of the program that was really special was to be able to connect with and form relationships with the other Peace Fellows. We were in our cohorts together, and we took many classes together and socialized outside of the university together. And I'm still in contact with those Peace Fellows from all over the world. To this day, actually, I just talked to one of them this morning who's in Brazil. That was an incredible investment that's paying off. And in the program, like I said, we studied public policy, but each of us was able to tailor that program to our specific interests and needs. So I studied education and language education specifically, and how learning language can be a way to prevent conflict and promote peace.
Well, thank you for sharing that experience. And wow, what a wonderful way to develop lifelong relationships with the other Peace Fellows. Can you share with us a little bit about what you have done since your graduation from the Peace Center program and what you are doing now?
Well, the program truly changed my life. It put me on a path to peace building that I'm actively doing now, which is really exciting. And I don't think I would have come this direction would it have not been for Rotary and this fellowship. Right after I graduated, in Tokyo, I took the Foreign Service exam to be a diplomat with the US Department of State. That process takes a really long time. So in the meantime, while I was waiting to see if I could get in or not, I moved to Uganda to be an English language fellow for the Department of State. And that basically means that I worked with the embassy and local teachers in Uganda to do teacher training workshops and capacity building and skill building all around the country and in East Africa for about 2 years. During that time, when I was serving in Uganda, I got the call to join the A100 class, which is what they call the orientation to start training to become a Foreign Service officer or diplomat. And then after about a year of Mandarin language training and kind of diplomat boot camp, I spent 2 years in Shenyang, China in consular work, doing immigration and visas there. And then Then my next tour was 2 years in Stockholm, Sweden, doing a similar job. My specialty is kind of immigration and consular work, so helping Americans abroad who are in need, helping people who want to immigrate to the United States because of family members or because they want to get married to someone, and then also helping people who want to get a visa to the United States for business or tourism or something like that. Now I'm in my third tour with the US Department of State. I'm actually serving in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, and I'm serving out of Cone, which is our way of saying I'm doing something differently than my normal specialty. I'm working in public affairs here, which has been an exciting journey and something totally different than working in consular. But what has stayed the same through all of this is connecting with Rotary. I should have mentioned that one of the highlights was during the program was in Japan was having my own like Rotarian sponsor that connected with me kind of and became family. And then throughout the year, the Rotary clubs in Tokyo hosted us for events, had us over for dinner, took us to Hiroshima, and really welcomed us and showed us the the country through the spirit of Rotary. And actually, this morning, in about an hour, I'm meeting with a local Rotarian here to join the Rotary Club in Port Moresby.
Wow, what life-changing experiences you've already had, and it sounds like you've changed the lives of so many other people as well. So, if you had to share one highlight, and I'm sure there are so many, but just one of your experience as a Rotary Peace Fellow, what would that be?
That one's easy, actually. And I think for me, the most special and significant and strongest part of the Rotary Peace Fellowship program is the opportunity to do a fully funded internship between the two academic years when you're studying as a fellow. So for me, in the summer between my first and second year of the master's, I do a internship with the US Department of State at the US Embassy in Mozambique. So I was able to spend a fully funded summer through Rotary learning about how an embassy works, experiencing the consular section, a public affairs section, meeting other diplomats. And I am 100% convinced it's because of that experience that I was able to get this job. I would not have been able to afford it without Rotary, and having that space and life and time to be able to devote myself to something like that made all the difference.
Wow, thank you for sharing that experience. It really makes us very proud to hear what you have accomplished, and it really makes us proud to know that we're having such an impact through our work through the Rotary Foundation. So, Sarah, thank you again for being with me today. I really appreciate it, and all the best to you.
Absolutely. Thanks for talking. It's been great.